All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome to Cash Carnage 2023. I don't know how long are we going to be on here.
I don't know. We're going to try to do the best we can because from the weather and everything else not cooperating with us, it's appearing to be in and
What is
out.
this, 2 years in a row?
The show, there might not be very much commentary, but at least you'll be able to watch the show and enjoy the drivers that you support and everything else.
We do have, just so you know, if that is the case and we are not making commentary, the first 2 heats tonight are limited weld. They will be running down to 3 cars and possibly the Mad Dog, if there's a Mad Dog in that heat, advance to the main event. There's 2 heat limited, so heats 1 and 2 will be limited weld. Heats 3 will be a wire class, 1 and done. Heat 4 will be a mini car. Heat 5 will be a grudge match of the first 2 heats. Anybody that didn't make the main, trying to get a second chance to get in the main event. The 6th heat following that will be we had the grudge, then we will have wire class heat number 2. We have 26 wire cars here tonight. And then following the second wire class, we will have the concluding main event. So that is the schedule of the evening. So there's 6 or 7 heats for you all. We will at least be broadcasting and putting those so you can see them and you know what's going on. Hopefully we can do some commentary.
Yeah.
Will had a bunch of stuff he wanted to razz me about tonight, so that's okay.
Oh, we could have so much fun. It's been such a long day. We had 19 limited weld cars. Most of them got through the ramp pretty easy with no issues. The amount of chain cars or wire cars is just crazy. What is there, 30 cars?
26 showed,
26.
but 2 really good heats of 13. And again, they are 1 and done.
Yep. And the minis, I don't know how many minis we have.
Minis, we have 6.
It says 7.
We have 7. Late then.
Okay.
So the wired heats pay first place for 1 and done is $2,500, $1,250 for second, $625 for third, $200 for fourth, and Mad Dog $500 for a 1 and done heat. That's not too bad of money.
Not too bad for a car. You should have less than $1,500 in total.
The limited weld main first place tonight is $5,000. Second is $2,500. Third is $1,250. Fourth is $625. An individual Mad Dog, the Mad Dog basically of the evening of that heat is $2,000. So that's a pretty good sized Mad Dog for 19 cars.
Yeah, it'll be a rumble tonight.
So if we're not commentary, you have a little bit of idea of what's going on. Right now they're doing, we have a group that comes in and supports military veterans that have had a rough go of it, had some issues going on in their life, and they're offering fishing trips and stuff. Which is August 5th. It's in Wyoming. We are just waiting to see what type of internet, if we're going to be able to run our equipment on their internet. That is the only holdup. That's what's beating us up a little bit tonight. Right. So we will let you know more through Facebook and that if we will be at Rawtown Riot. So those are the next couple events going on this year.
And just understand to bear with us. The weather tonight and everything else, we're going to try to do the best we can. And it should be going well.
Joey has some Taylor Swift tickets, and here's your opportunity to win them Pay attention.
I know there's ladies, I know there's kids, but how many husbands want to win some tickets for their wife? That's going to keep her
What's up, Trevor Sanders
happy for 6 months, a year,
from Cranbrook?
and your whole marriage.
We can't wait to see you next year if you're going to come down and run. We'll see.
Where's he from?
Cranbrook, British Columbia, I guess.
Had drivers over the years.
That class with a heavy hitter show also. And you can register the day of. That'll be a fun one. And then just building cars every day, all day.
How many more you got to build this year?
Quite a few. I got one. I'm going to run a team show in November with some guys. And then
Yeah, but that's a little car. That's an easy build.
Then I have to build another car for, I think they want a roller for November. Then I have a 72 Chevy. I have a 74 Olds 98. I got a 74 Chevy. I'll be pretty booked up for a while.
Yeah.
Plus trying to fix everybody's stuff that's broken in between or they don't have time to fix.
Do I need one? Not if I'm up here. So, I do not want to wear a red shirt.
No.
No, thank you. So, that's a lot of building. How many of them are complete builds, tip to tip?
Oh, there'll be 4 complete builds, tip to tip. I just finished one. They ran in Greeley, got second place. Frank ran it. A 75 or 76 two-door Cadillac. He drove really smart, did really well. Brandon Frank won it, which was great for the family. Brandon and Bryant and Larry picked up a solid third.
Is that a caddy that can go and run again?
Oh yeah, it'll run all over.
Oh,
But
we
we're
got
gonna do the national anthem,
anthem.
guys.
We will be off for 1 moment. All right. We are back. If you guys ever have the chance, get on the internet and look up a band called Madison Rising. They're a military group of veterans that do a national anthem, and listen to that their version of the national anthem. I think you will be quite impressed. It gives me chills every time I hear it, and it's just amazing. I think we're about ready to rumble.
I think so. I think we'll get the cars in here and get it going.
It'll be interesting to see how did the heat lineups look like for heats 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2.
Heats look, I mean, they're both stacked for sure. Heat 1, we're going to have Kelton Combs, number 26X, and he's from Portage, Utah. 24, DJ Cameron from Uinta, Utah. 179X, Clayton Johnson, the Punisher from Millville. 97, Sean Williamson from Spring Creek, Nevada. 17, Quentin Smith from Grantsville, Utah. 73, Justin Parker from Ogden, Utah. And then we have XX3, Jaden Lazenby from Woodcross, Utah. 87, Bronson Twitchell from Smithfield, Utah. 94.9, and it's Chavis Young from Blackfoot, Idaho. And number 2, Zeb Hansen.
You know, that 94.9, his car is sort of like right in between on the build. It looks nasty. He's got a nasty front bumper on that car.
He's learning. I mean, and really quick. And then the second heat's stacked also. I mean, it's going to be really.
We are stopping the heat with 3 cars to advance the main event, and then if there is a driver outside of those 3 that stand out as a mad dog or somebody that was just laying it out and they choose him as a mad dog, he will also advance to the main event.
And that'll be good, and you know, when they said in the drivers meeting, if you're a mad dog, we can go that route, because we've tried in the past and some heats just never turned it up.
It was like, I just don't feel it. So
the track should be hard.
Should be hard. It's quite big, and those dirt berms are not nice.
No, and last night, you know, they came in and they ripped the top just a little bit. But if they derbied on what we left last night, it would have been a lot of action, and most people wouldn't have made it back for the comp scene.
That hard, huh?
Yeah, it was hard.
What were you driving my minivan around testing it?
No, I was driving a skid steer.
Oh.
We were helping them out.
You see, I leave you guys with a minivan and you're out cruising around the.
We did want to ramp the berm, but then Dale didn't know how he'd get back to the hotel if I wasn't around.
Yeah, okay. Are we going to keep this tent above us, or is it going to fly off?
You know, I'm not sure. I don't know how well they tied it down. Oh, we have some 96-mile-an-hour bungee straps, so as long as we keep it under that, we'll be fine.
Those are some big. Are they foot round or what?
They're pretty special.
All right.
I wouldn't put my life on them. The 96-mile-an-hour bungee straps.
So if you guys want to get some limited edition Stir racing gear, it's right outside the back of the grandstand.
All right. Well, hopefully, you know, what's weird about this is we just had a holiday, and it seemed like a weekend about 3 days ago.
Yes.
3 or 4 days ago. So it sort of seems like, you were just at a derby in Greeley, Colorado 4 days ago.
So that's what makes it so weird, because that was on a Tuesday, so it's thrown my whole time setup in my brain off a little bit, because all derbies are on weekends.
Except for on the holiday, 4th of July.
Greeley's pretty dead set on running 4th of July every year.
And Valentine, Nebraska had one.
Yep.
There's quite a few places that I know up in Washington and up in Upper Idaho, there was a couple on the 4th of July too. So, you know, there is something about driving a derby on the true holiday, the 4th.
I could see how that could be enjoyable.
You haven't done it for a while.
I don't know that I've ever. Yeah, I did. I derbied Ogallala 4th of July a couple years ago, and that was a lot of fun.
That was the year that I was not there watching.
Right. You were there the previous year.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. It's been a while, for sure. But Ogallala is one of those towns that they usually have multiple derbies a year. And like, I think they had a combine derby and like a kids derby, I think, on the 4th of July.
I need to see a combine derby. Are they, when you watch them, are they entertaining?
Oh, if you've never seen one, they're extremely entertaining. And for the kids and stuff, I can remember growing up, Mickelman had a combine derby every year. And the two of the biggest ones that did it was Stan Jones and Kenny Freese. And it was always the Silver Bullet versus the Pink Panther.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Stan Jones was always the Pink Panther and Kenny was always silver.
So is there any kind of derby or brand of derby or show that you've never seen that you just really want to participate or see or go watch? Anything that really stands out?
No. Rumor has it when I go back home here, well, next weekend, I think I'm going to travel somewhere else in Nebraska, and it sounds like I'm going to trailer race. So we'll see what that's all about.
Those are interesting.
We're going to find out. This one's got a little bit more rules than some of the ones my friends talk about.
Yeah, they did them in Utah, and they always had the racers doing them. And then one year, the Derby drivers came, and they're like, okay, and they started talking about how hard are we allowed to hit you, and
right.
And all the racers are like, okay, whoa, and they're like, it didn't last very long.
I know they get them going on like in Omaha, Nebraska, or down by that, somewhere in that area, and they hit it like 60 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
They don't care. There is no thought about your life after that race. It's just go for the glory.
You know, a show that I would love to see. We've both traveled quite a bit and saw a lot of great shows across the country, this great country of ours. But I really want to see one of them asphalt shows up in the northeast or northwest.
Yes, that would be great. And remember, like, I think it was Dent that did it back in the day on concrete and had big monster shows.
There's some things that there's one on the 4th of July up in, I think it's, love to go see. I don't know if I'd have the gonads the first year to strap in and say, let's go try this, or maybe I would, who knows. But that show just looks awesome. To me, it's almost like banger racing.
Right, yeah.
Banger racing. There's no way. Would you strap into a banger car?
It would have to have a really, really good cage and a really good seatbelt. Those guys are full on crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I guess I don't understand the rules of competition there, because I'm like, are there any rules or what is it?
You see some banger racers that have cages that look legit, like you would feel safe in them. And then I see some banger racers get hit at 50 miles an hour that I wouldn't put my worst enemy in that car because there's no cage, there's no nothing.
It's like they got this little square pod. It's like they're built into a pod. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty awesome to watch, though.
I think we're getting ready to bring them in now that we have the. I would have probably left the pad in the middle, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's just a little dry packed dirt.
We like that dry fast, though.
Is our job to hold the tent down, too? Okay.
If that tent blows away with me holding on to it, wasn't nothing we could do for it anyway. It was just trashed.
All right, here, welcome to Cash Carnage. Here they come. Motors are running.
Who do we got?
You know, right prior to this heat, Schrade Engines, which is one of the sponsors of Stern Dirt Racing.
Sean Williamson, first to the game.
And the winner of the Schrade Engine.
Yeah. I think it was his dad.
Was it?
But
they were all hooping and hollering pretty good.
Yeah.
He won a brand new Schrade Stage 1 engine.
And next to the gate is
Jaden Lazenby, Jared Lazenby's eldest son. He's 21 years old. The last time he ran at May Mania between Mad Dog and Third and Main, they ended up taking $10,000 home, and he's hooked.
Oh yeah. And
Card number 24 is
DJ Cameron.
DJ Cameron. He's really converted over to these Vicks, and
yep. And then Zeb Hansen and the Suicide that just won't go away.
We've been seeing at shows for years.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it didn't make the arena, though.
Yeah. I think that car was fresh, either Dixie or State Fair.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yep.
Yep. Car number 87, driving, he said, one of the cleanest 75 limiteds that he has ever had. And it does look quite impressive.
Yes.
Car number 25.
He went to drive, no brakes. We lifted him up on the hoist. They tried to fix the brakes, and he's got an NLR pedal in there with a with a slave cylinder. I don't know what it is, but they'll blow the wheel cylinders out of drum brakes, and that car has drum brakes on the front.
Wow.
So he's himself the Punisher. Oh, Clayton Ransom.
He said he's got the best looking car here.
He's got the best looking blue and red. He's done a good job. I think it's his first Ford. And he just likes to have fun. Young, he's eager.
I could just, if I was behind it, I'd drive into the trunk of that thing.
Oh, so hard.
I'd be like,
I'd help him put the rails on the ground for sure.
I think somebody just got rocked.
Yeah.
Oh.
What are we red flagging for?
There's
we
a
got
tire,
we got
a broken tire.
axle. Yeah, broken wheel.
Well, it sounds like 94 must have taken out the side of.
Well, it was still going. We're just dead over here, I guess.
It's still broadcasting live.
No, it was still going.
We've got driver's license. though tonight, so he's
Yeah. Oh, he's going. This track is hard enough. You can three-wheel it.
Boy, DJ, they took the trunk of that Ford off quick.
Yeah. That was that Smith.
Yeah, Quentin's. Sean's doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
Did he break an axle or is it just...
Oh, it broke the axle.
Okay. Boy, Dad's over there. I can't...
Yeah, that's Jaden's car for the sub out of Jared's car.
Yes, it is. Oh. There we go. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Pitcher is at the end.
About no team love.
I don't think it really was a team shot. I just think he got
I
himself in a
missed
bad team-wise there. I'm like, over. Okay, there's an injury.
Must be over in the stands.
So the paramedics
Oh,
are
yeah.
over the concessions. Some type of event is going on, so we'll just wait through the arena.
Somebody behind. They're looking out after.
Paramedics, a big round of applause.
Is this? Okay. At least they can watch. They're not hearing
Yeah.
us. He's not very good at obstacle courses.
No, he was good getting over. He just wasn't worth nothing on the way back.
He's out.
Clayton's like, I got her.
Hey, all right. Why is everybody getting out?
Well, it's all the people that are broke, I think, right? See, Hansen shouldn't be able to get out of his car and look
Well,
at
they
it.
actually got. It's over.
Okay.
So you're 87, 2, and Quentin.
Yep.
6 to 17 or 16 over there.
Yep. 17, 87, and Zap.
They did say go to Scooter if there's any complaints. I think he's getting some complaints about something.
Yeah.
Complain about out there. That was a pretty mellow, slow.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if I was Bronson, I would have tried to work that back to guarantee that it was going to go up because it's still. I don't know that he did enough to get it to assure me that it was going to go up.
That's a nice little tractor, a mini backhoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if
That
it's big
is-
enough to move a car.
That is Grange's. They
Oh,
brought-
is it?
Yep. Daniel says he loves that little unit.
Well, it'd be nice, but you figure that's probably $125,000 to $150,000.
Yes, easy.
And what can you do with it?
Yeah.
I'm like, if it can't pick up a car with big forks on it.
Yeah, you better have a lot to do with it. I think he's kind of flashing back and forth on us every now and then. I'm trying to watch so that way we don't look weird.
There's nothing that's going to solve that.
Yeah.
Okay, he's running. Well, there's a gentleman that runs the state fair every year so he can make his $1,000.
Yeah.
And he makes one hit, and then the car comes back next year. I'm like, that is a smart, brilliant move.
Yes.
He drove it outside of the arena, though.
Yeah.
It definitely, you can hear it popping and sputtering. He just needs to do a compression check on it and see if that's where the issues are.
Yeah, it definitely has something going on. Hopefully they can get it fixed.
That was a hard hit on his passenger side. Look what it laid his lower control arm under.
Oh, yeah.
He got rocked.
And that's one of them weird cars where the coil spring is on top of the top A-arm.
Oh, is that
and
what
it
it
goes up into the fender well.
That's hard to fix in a quick hour.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they can get fixed. Now, can we start that next heat without the paramedics over here?
I think we will. Look how bellied Lazenby is right in the middle of that car. It's just got no daylight.
Yeah,
He's cleaning his transmission pan with the dirt right now.
Yeah.
Dad's like, you remember us working on that for 2 straight weeks for 3 minutes.
And I don't know that I'd necessarily say there was much of a mad dog. Maybe Quentin Smith?
I don't know what they've decided to. No, we got broken drive line on car 26X.
That's always a bad day. I sympathize with you, big guy.
Have you had an issue with that?
I went all the way to Carnage this year, and my Narrett drive shaft decided to leave the party early.
Oh, that's right. Oh, look at 24. Look at the back wheel. He got pinched hard.
Look at how weird the body is bent, because it's on the ground, nothing's picking it up, and that front passenger tire is just spinning.
Isn't that awesome?
There's some twist in that car.
I mean, if you walk out in the pits, you get out of your car and you walk around that, what do you think?
Walk around that car?
Yeah. That's your car. You got out. You walk around and see what's going on. What do you think?
I think I would tell everybody we have to focus on this rear passenger corner, because I could see from here that the rear passenger tire is pushed forward probably 6-7 inches farther than. That's not his drive shaft, boss. That's his cross member. His cross member fell off his drive shaft. Still,
Oh, wow.
he dropped the cross member fell off.
Remember me saying that we got to be careful we're not going to have enough cars for the grudge match?
Yeah.
We're there.
Yeah. You know, that 24, if you brought the stuff that like we bring,
You stretch it pretty hard.
I think it's fixable. I think we could get the Jaws life in there.
Because he's technically probably got an hour and a half.
Yes. And that's to focus on everything. That's to try to work
Actually,
on
he
the back.
doesn't have an hour and a half because he's in a grudge match.
Yeah. So he's going to have to put some work in.
That car was fresh, was it not?
No, it had ran Mania and something stupid happened.
We're up and running with all 3 cameras. I just need to be close to the router.
Oh,
So I might be hanging up there for tonight. But you guys are still good. I'll call you.
People can hear us and talk.
Calling on you.
No, my phone's died.
If something comes up, I'll just run down here or send you a message. I'm going to try and get that 4th camera on, see if it makes a difference. But right now we're running nicely.
So right now
nice.
you're switch. Okay, so we're live and people have to deal with us now.
yeah.
Okay.
XX3 did not make it. Gray's girl. As far as I know, he did not make it. He'd have been the last one to break his stick. The only ones that should have made it were 17, 2, and 87.
Look at that drive line. Isn't that unique how the wheel's turning? It's just
It's definitely a little crazy.
it's not going to be in there by the end. It's coming out.
Yeah. And it just fell out. Now they're going to do some damage to that car if somebody doesn't catch it. And even it got him pretty good. He was hitting pretty hard. He bellied right back out. Jake.
We are.
Oh, it's working now. Okay, it was just loading, skitching in and out.
At 94.9, he's in good shape. And, you know, if you go into a grudge match with 3 or 4 cars, he's got a great chance to get back out.
All right, Jess. Medical is working on the young lady.
Yeah, I don't know if this is working or not,
5 minutes until the ambulance comes, so we're gonna run a little game.
to be honest with you. Let's
What
see.
was that?
I'm not 100% sure this is working.
We are red right now. That red means no.
I would say, yeah, it just keeps, well,
Keep skipping in and out.
and it's so far behind. It's like 30 seconds or a minute behind. It's way behind, I think.
Oh, it's gonna be late. It's gonna be a huge latency.
Okay.
It's gonna be like a 30-second latency.
Yep, that's what it is. Yep.
Yeah. So it's gonna talk. It's gotta go to the end. It's gonna go up. Yeah, it'll be late. It'll be, as long as it's running.
Okay.
Let's go thank American Family
So we're on Memorex.
Yeah.
All right, they said just a minute ago that there was a young lady out behind the grandstands that something happened to her. They're waiting for 5 minutes for the ambulance to show up so the EMTs can be back into position.
Nice. Well, at least hopefully she's safe and everything's good and the EMT's got out there.
Here comes Popeye. Is his pants dirty, tore up? No, not really.
No, not any more tore up than when he showed up.
Hello, Popeye.
Also thank Miller
They're too busy.
His name's Popeye. Do you know how Popeye got his name?
I do not.
Oh, 10, 12 years ago, he went to a show, got hit, and right here on the side of his eye, he got sliced and his eye popped out.
Oh, no kidding?
So we're like, Popeye.
Oh, Popeye.
Oh, his eye popped out, so it was Popeye. Everybody's like, that's not very nice.
Well, they're pulling the cars in, so.
I guess there's impatience going on somewhere. Now these cars, the Johnson cars are very nice built cars.
Yes. Jackson called me repeatedly to make sure everything that he was doing was good. And
75 two-door Impala.
Yep.
Had it for quite a few years, like 15.
yeah,
It was his dad's car and he gave it to him. This is his pop's, car number 2.
yes, Rod Johnson.
Rod Johnson was back when I was driving here in the early 90s. Me and Rod were running against each other here.
I think they try their hardest and super eager to get everything going and make their cars the best they can.
They got great cars.
Yes,
515. Oh,
Jeremy Shields.
Jeremy Shields, the highlight reel.
Yes,
There might not be a lot of highlights in the reel, but there will be one
Yeah.
really good one.
they'll make sure of it. And then this Tyler Daly, I think, is that who that is? 145 or that's the little car from May Mania that just wouldn't die. It just maybe, or not May Mania, Hurricane.
Oh, really?
That's that little 90 model Caprice that just kept clicking. It just
Hey,
wouldn't-
that car, and he's straightened it out quite a bit,
Yes.
made it look good. Out of these drivers in this heat, Shields is the one that's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, he just, I think he's almost bipolar. Right now he's happy. It's Dr.
everything's
Jekyll.
good. Yep. And then we got Tripler and a pretty used up boat tail Riv.
it'll be interesting to see how he drives that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that he threw it together to support his local hometown show and wanted to make sure he had a car at least out here to do something with.
But he's got the skill too.
Yeah.
You can tell his suspension is pretty solid because he's bouncing around.
Oh, yeah.
Car number 13, I believe.
Is it, well,
138.
1384 is Rick Aldred from Garland, Utah.
Car number 90.
Scott Kuzma.
That car is running that's the extended Cadillac.
Yeah, that's the Fleetwood Cadillac.
Fleetwood Cadillac with a 440 Chrysler.
Big block for 400 Chrysler.
And he will let it sing.
He said it is the last hurrah for that motor, so I'm sure he will let it sing. And then we got Coulter Wilker coming in.
Well, who will make it sing? This is going to
Yeah.
be a very aggressive heat. This is the heat to watch. And then we have Sir Dave Grange, Old Man Grange.
When I looked at that car last night as to what it is today, he put in a lot of work. Him and whoever helped him, they put some work in today. Because as rough as it may look right now, it looked way rougher last night.
He's like, what are you running, Dave? That one? Which one?
Yeah. He's like, you see that one over there with no core support, nothing attached to the floor, no tires on the front, and that one. Yeah. Looks like the EMTs are making their trek back to the obstacle course, so we should be good there.
I don't even know what to think about this heat because there's 3 drivers that are going to be very much up for most aggressive.
Oh yes.
Maybe 4.
See, this would be a hard heat for some of these guys. Do you make a few hits to see how things are going to go, get your plates on, break your stick and chance in the consies after looking at that first round of what's I mean,
if this is a game of chess and strategy,
it's a mind play on this one.
I might be like, oh, I hit the dirt berm. I didn't see it.
Let's see who they choose to pick on. It looks to me like Jackson Johnson wants to drive into the back of that wagon. That will not be a good idea. There's nothing there.
Yeah, that's a dumb hit. Oh.
Jeremy is going to connect, and it's going to hurt.
It's like who stops in front of him.
Yes.
He's either going to time out. Oh, it's going to be the metric. Oh. Okay, here it goes.
Now, if I was Dave, I would get out of that situation because you don't want anybody to drive into the back of you. Hard. He
got whacked. I don't know if that was an intentional shot on his front wheel, but his right front took a shot.
Oh, I think that Dave might have just helped put Anthony in the berm. He's got a pin over there, and I don't think that Dave can move. Dave's trying to burn out backwards. He's hung up. There, now they're off and they're going. Oh, bad hit for Jackson. He needs to be real careful what he does to that wagon. It's just a really good show. There's some really good cars in there. They're just going to keep plucking away. Bad move. Jackson keeps driving into the back of that wagon. It got his front wheel on that one.
Yes, it did. Lower control arms pushing.
Yeah. still looking for somebody.
Believe it or not, for Shields, this is a pretty tame running heat.
Actually feel pretty bad for Dave because
Oh!
big hit Coulter. That might have ended old Dave's 30th tonight. We'll see.
Oh no, Dave's not going to give up.
Now it's going to be who's on the bottom of this totem pole.
Oh, not good.
Oh,
Oh, thank God. I don't want anybody hit like that.
That could have been really bad. See, I think Jeremy's friends with everyone though, so. Really, Jackson is driving really smart. Trying to keep that. If he doesn't, here comes Coulter. It's a big old game of cat and mouse. Right here's what we talked about in the driver's meeting. They're going to have to be careful how many bumpers are on that car. Oh, they got to do something.
They might just have to go out and break somebody's stick and say there's no team driving, you don't like it, don't come back. I mean, that's not that I think right now they're not necessarily doing that right now.
They're playing smart, but before over there in that corner, it was pretty bad. Now we got two bumper love here. Now they should pull him out.
I don't know if he'd want out. He pulled it. There you go. That's it.
Yep. So that'll be Coulter Wilker, Jeremy Shields, and Anthony Tripler moving on to the main event.
Well, there are at least 3 good cars out of this heat for the Grudge match.
Yes.
Still, good quality cars. All right, now my favorite class of the night is coming up.
Yes,
the wire class.
The wire's going to come up.
80s wire. 13 cars a heat, which is pretty good numbers.
Yes, it'll be great numbers. it'll be a lot of fun to watch, and those guys, I think, will be pretty amped up and ready to rock and roll.
Dave's looking at his car, and he's like, I think I can fix this.
Yeah.
I think I can fix this.
I have the ultimate set of tools.
He does own a salvage yard, so he could stretch it.
And I think he's got a couple of those cars like that if you needed any parts, just one or two.
Yeah, if you need roundback wagon parts, call Dave over at D&D Auto Salvage in Logan, Utah. He has a lot of them. Don't ask him to sell a complete car because I don't think he will sell it.
You had better have something that he really enjoys.
Like a really nice Buick or something.
Yes.
How would you know anything about that?
No, definitely not. I try not to come and take too many Utah cars away. I know that he likes certain colors, and he likes certain breeds.
He just drove all the way to Canada to grab a two-door Impala.
Yes, did you see it? He's been driving
beautiful
around.
car.
Nice, something like 29,000 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, great car.
Now, I haven't looked at it closely. I say it doesn't roll. Is it 129,000 or is that undocumented 29,000?
They said it's been in a barn. I'm not sure. The hood needs a little bit of work, and the front driver's fender.
It did look quite nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that wagon looks used up.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately, I think that it was used up
Before it got
last
here.
year when it took a big hit over here in the corner and cleaned everything off the frame rails.
He must have been really busy at work, didn't think he had the time, so
Yeah.
he says, oh, let's go play, have some fun.
And even when you talk with Dave, that's all. He doesn't care about winning. He doesn't care about. He just wants to have fun. He just truly still has nothing but love for the sport.
Well, we'd like to go on and thank our sponsors for the evening. Gladiators of Steel TV show. You can still get on to Gladiators of Steel and watch that. Also, Bull Shirts is full contact derby TV's merchandise sales. If you like these new shirts, they're pretty cool. It says, what's it say on the back of this one?
Where hit happens.
Where hit happens.
Yes.
That's a tongue twister because you really want to say something
you really
else.
you have to be careful.
Pitmaster Supply Company, who is open multiple stores in Utah, amazing barbecue and teacher of barbecuing. Schrade Motors, Schrade engines, derby engines are wonderful. He is selling a lot of them. He's very busy. He would be very interested in talking to you and explaining what he does and what he could provide for you. Give him a call, Schrade Engines. Look him up on Facebook, and you should be able to find him. And if not, call Stern Dirt Racing, and we will put you in contact with him. Broadhead Decals, who does a lot of roof signs, decal work for these cars that are out here, and also a lot of photography during the arena, during the show.
Amazing photography.
Yes, he does. He's a true fan of derbies and is very fair on his prices. Intermountain Bobcat, who makes these shows go by faster by bringing us Bobcats to use. We do so much appreciate those. JCB Equipment, who also has got some great, wonderful equipment out here. We appreciate them. Smith Metalworks and Narrett Derby Parts, who both make incredibly cool items to play with. So look up any of those sponsors and say thank you for supporting our local derbies, and use them for derby parts, equipment rental, barbecues, derby t-shirts, decals. It's all possible through those sponsors.
I want to touch on something real quick. Anthony Sargent's throwing me out there for being a hypocrite.
Anthony Sargent is throwing something.
Have been here, and you could have. Show. They're going to top it. There might be sticks broke, and I'm sure that everybody watching, seeing that at one point, four bumpers on one car, 3 bumpers on another. I don't care who wins the points. It's not my money. Just like these derbies. And I want everybody out there to understand that, like when me and Dale and everybody tech, it's not our money.
Understanding last year and the year before, there was some heavy, what some people would consider team driving,
Yes.
and it was starting to affect driver car count at shows because people were getting fed up with the team driving, they so-called team driving. If you know and you've been around derbies, Anthony, you're seeing that in shows all across Utah with car counts dropping down into the proverbial toilet because of team driving and too many people working together and eliminating, not that it's not a competition, but that is the cause of a lot of car count dropping at shows. Anytime you want to discuss that and talk about it in the future, you know my phone
Yeah.
number and you can call me.
Same thing with me. You know my phone number. We're here to try to put on the best show we can for this crowd. So that's what we're here for. We're trying to make sure that everybody gets it legitly. And as a company with Stir and Dirt, we have to address what people come at us with.
And
Team
it was
driving is one
highly
of them.
talked about in the drivers' meeting. And in that heat, I only felt there was one situation down here on the end that really constituted where three were pushing a car into the corner and not hitting each other.
I would agree.
And on one. And that was the only position in that heat that really technically should have been involved with that.
And I'm probably a little biased, Anthony, and I apologize for that. But in Nebraska, if two cars put one car on a berm, that's not a good deal. And especially like Rob Baker, maybe Rob Baker is onto something that we all need to do. If you get put into the berm, the derby stops. He brings his rig out. You're out of the berm. The only way that you get stuck in the berm is if you put yourself in that berm. Any other way in that berm, and it doesn't matter, infinitely. A guy can put you in a berm 100 times. He's pulling you out.
We are actually not into wires. We are doing mini cars.
Oh,
That was a Ford Fairmont station wagon at one time in
when it
its life.
started its life out.
And it's only got maybe 2 minutes of hit time. It was a brutal last show that he was in. This car has been around for ages
A
and
long
ages.
time. A long time.
Car number 2, it's a Cox.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are their drivers' names?
I don't. Oh, yeah, we'll probably ought to get to that one. Minis 72 is Brendan Corwin. X42 is Dakota Wright. 116 Nathan Anderson. 2 Victor Cox. 88 Eric Cox. 6S Boston Carroll, and 88 Drew Hanks. But you're correct, Anthony. You're never going to get rid of team driving. You just have to get more stern. Hence what we are doing, and that's why I wasn't trying to call you out, but we're doing exactly what you just said. We're trying to be more stern, so I don't know, I guess bear with us. Maybe I'll let Gumby make the comments so he can be the hypocrite next time. We're just trying to have fun and love this stuff.
And the good thing in this world is we're all entitled to our own personal opinions on what's good and what's bad, and we're not saying we're right.
100%.
We're just saying they talked a lot about it in the drivers' meeting, and we were relaying.
Watching them out here, all fun to watch. We have which is like your gut and wire class. You
Quick mini. How much of that is going to be plastic and falling off?
You know, I'm not sure. But he's trying to give it everything it's got. Oh, big hit.
by Victor Cox. Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Mr. Anderson
good hit.
playing a
There's
big hit in there. Oh, and that was a perfect hit on the front wheel of Boston.
Yeah, and those Corsicas, though, they've made those
Yeah.
aftermarket axles that are so impressive.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Nice hit.
Big hit, yes.
Drew Hanks is a pretty good driver in the minis.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch. They're all a lot of fun.
That stuffed him pretty good, though.
Nathan Anderson just hit that 88, just like Boston had walked it one way and Nathan just walked it right back the other way. Got her fired back up. Oh, nice hit.
nice.
Oh, capitalized. Good job.
And that's what you're going to be driving is a team derby with mini cars.
No, nothing like any of these. I'm not going to drive anything that looks like any of those.
Well, it's a mini car.
Yes. It just
What
doesn't-
kind of mini car are you driving?
I'm going to drive a Camaro.
Oh, a midsize.
No, well, no, it's a compact car. They call it a compact car.
That's a midsize.
It's a little bit smaller. You know, Nathan Anderson just can't seem to get any luck this year. He's trying everything. You know, everywhere he's went last year, he seemed to almost dominate everywhere that he went.
Is that over here?
Yes, the Yeti over here.
It's all about getting caught in bad positions.
Yep.
And he's the one that got hit right in that wheel, and it probably bent the lower controller and back.
Yep.
So he's got not just the dirt berm holding him up. Oh,
And Boston's going to do what Boston does. I see a big monster hit coming here. Nice hit. He gives him a thumbs up. And that's good sportsmanship.
he's like, do you want another? Do you want another?
Yeah, what is Oh, a big hit.
Well, I think this mini class is winding down quickly.
Yes. And I know that Boston is running a Schrade 3.1.
Yeah, Schrade's moved into the 3-1 zone, and so Boston apparently, I'm going to guess, it's probably a pretty good guess. Let's see what he won tonight.
Should be the second page, right?
Ah, there's so many pages.
there.
All right. So, fourth heat wired. No, that's third.
It does not. Does it say?
Minis, heat 5, which is not heat 5. Its heat is 1,500, 750, 375, 200, and Mad Dog $500.
Right. So he did really well.
Are we still live, or are we?
As far as I know, yes, we're still live. Oh, it says it's frozen. William
Okay.
Schoenborn says that it's frozen.
Drew Hanks from Idaho Falls. An X-32 from Brigham City, Utah, Dakota Wright. And your winner, buy me dinner from West Point, Utah, 6S is Boston Carroll.
I wonder if they're going to give him Mad Dog also, did they?
I have not heard. So we are not fully operational right now.
Good, how you doing? My wife said.
Now they just need to watch us.
No, they're actually in workshop. Just down there.
Anderson is now off, but yeah, that right front wheel.
Yeah, he took a nice little hit from that 88.
Shoot, with those luminous there, you almost don't have to buy 2 or 3 of them to run one. You have to
Right.
keep.
Yeah, you got to buy several of them so that way you have parts. That's the biggest reason why I think a lot of people don't transition back into Chryslers. They got rid of all their Chrysler parts. They don't have A-arms, spindles, and all that stuff. You know, but
It is good to see some of the old Chryslers coming back out a little bit, though. I like it.
they got a buddy, well, Josh Bodinas, he's running a 63 something or other Chrysler today in Franklin, and he's been busting his butt on it and got it all finished last night is what he said. Weird looking car, but
It's the Finned New Yorker, probably.
I'm not sure what it is. But it's a good looking car.
Yep, 1991. We were playing here in Logan. They used to have 3 shows a year: spring, midsummer, and fall. 6 cars. They put 6 cars in the heat, take it down to 1.
Things are definitely a lot different.
It is. '88. Which one was? It was one of the Coxes.
Yeah. There's there. Who is the promoter of, or he's the owner of Modern Day Gladiators. He's trying to get it going. Terry Frank puts a lot into it. The Greeley stand, the Greeley Fairboard puts a lot into it. It's like a little well-oiled machine for sure.
Well, there for a while.
A lot of rules started to change. Big, well, huge. If Scott Secret, Vinny Noriega, Landon Archibald, Devin Grange, John Hoover, Denton Grange, Bryson Bashaw, Colin Smith, Russ Slater, Clay Greer, Drew Tubbs, Jake Beckstead, and Rhett Davis.
There is quite a few cars in here. This 253, Landon Archibald. He has won, I think he won the Hot Rock and Fourth back in the day. He's ran quite a few shows, if I believe I'm correct. He's an experienced driver. He'll be one to watch. Car number 42, Russ Slater, is a very experienced driver. Dustin Champs here in car 43. 436 has got a lot of experience.
See, it says on here, it says Bryson Deshaw, but I'm pretty sure it's Bryson Deschamps.
Deschamps, yep.
Deschamps or Deschamps.
And then right there, car number 10, Vinny Noriega. He is a very experienced driver.
Yes.
And then our one minivan.
Yeah. He's driving the old Vandalizer.
The Vandalizer.
And 711 is
the only front-wheel drive
front-wheel
car.
drive Buick.
Yep.
And C. Tubbs, didn't he win? He won something. Hurricane, maybe?
Yep. And then Rhett Davis in the old one, the original Pink Panther.
Yeah.
He used to be cars with tails and it all.
Oh, it looks, yeah, he's letting his boy drive it, right?
Is it? Yes, he is.
Because there's Rhett's right there. And his cowboy hat.
John Deere front clip hanging off the back. Had a bunch of hay in the trunk.
Oh, man, he's crazy.
He's a redneck.
Probably best known in Utah. His dad is best known as being the bus driver. Some of the wild stuff from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Love this class. This is really reigniting the Derby swagger in Utah.
Yep.
People really getting involved in this, and they're graduating from the wire class and moving up now, some of the kids, and it's really cool to see. It's a huge help.
One guy out here is running a Diplomat, and I think that would be one of the better cars to run, in my opinion.
Pretty tough, both sides.
Yes.
Spin. Ooh, there's a good shot. Oh, boy. Go. Landon just took a good shot.
Smith took the Vandalizer's coming in on the shocks. Oh. 7-Eleven right into the van.
He's like, I felt that. Oh, that was a hit.
That was a monster hit. Oh.
Watch it. Oh my goodness.
Deal.
He's like, I'm trying to start the car. Leave me alone.
Vinny came in like a hot rod, and then Mason
Wow.
Davis came in right after
Those were very, very hard hits.
Huge hits. Huge.
I mean,
wide open throttle.
I don't know if you're going to top those hits tonight.
No. I don't know if they have friends out there that are going to try to knock them off.
I don't know if there's anything left of their cars. I would like to see whatever cars on the backside of this.
Yes.
He took it from both ends.
Hard. It happened so fast I can't even tell you exactly which car it was.
We have an official going over there. I'm like, get out of the way. Oh, good shot by 44,
I think
413.
he's coming. I think he's coming to help Vinny out. He is. It was 585, Devin Grange.
Okay, Devin was the one that laid the first initial smack
Oh,
down.
big hit.
Oh!
But look what it did to his car. It hurt that Ford.
Vinny is hurting too, though.
Yes.
Nose straight in the air.
Oh,
Look at
big
that.
monster hit. Oh,
Where'd the back end of that Buick go? Or Oldsmobile?
Grange is definitely probably one of my votes for Mad Dog. Oh, he's gonna watch him. I think he's gonna make another big monster hit into the back of this Buick. Nope, into the front of 413.
Oh!
Guys, I can't even tell you how
Yeah!
awesome these hits are.
I'm sorry. Holy crap. Wow. Wow. Oh, look at this. Another one.
Oh, my
Oh!
goodness. He's just literally driving it for everything it's worth.
Holy criminy. And it's like an 05. Oh, there he goes again. Oh, Vinny just took it. Vinny just took it.
That's just crazy. Oh, goodness. He is just
That is a 95 Vic.
driving it for everything that it is worth, for sure.
Wow. Look at the pink, look at the green, look at the back end of the green car.
Yes.
It is gone.
And that
It
was
is-
all because of Devin Grange.
That's one.
Another crime, I thought.
I mean, the 253 Landon is a very good driver. Good shot by Landon. There's
I
not.
think that Devin has no steering whatsoever.
There was 4, 5 nasty hits
Just
in that heat.
monster
So,
hits.
the one that Devin's in, the 585 shark car, that kid hit a wall this winter with that 08 Vic or 7 or whatever it is. I took it into D&D to get rid of it. And they says, oh, we're going to turn it into a derby car. He come and bought tickets just to watch.
That's crazy.
Wow. He says that wall was nothing.
Yeah, look at
That's not an 07 Vic.
that one of Devin's, I thought it was.
No, it's like I looked at the motor. It's an old school motor.
Well, there's two, because Denton has one in here also, and that's like a 93 Ford.
None of them had new style 4.6s in them. They were all old school, like 95s, 96. Huh? Yeah. Well, that one right there deserves
hats
a
off
round
to
of
those
applause.
guys.
Oh my goodness.
They flat put her in there.
You're going to have a hard time topping that heat.
Yeah, I think 100% 585 Devin Grange is my 100% choice for Mad Dog because there was no cares given at all. If I could say the word, I would, because he did not care at all.
No, he did not.
The guy in the minivan's getting out, and he's all like, I wonder how much of the vandalizer.
Somebody ought to help him out of the car. But, I mean, 413 took 2 nasty shots from him.
Crazy, crazy shot.
You know he's over there smiling, though.
Oh, yeah, 100% he is.
Because it's much better to give those shots than it is to take those shots.
Oh, yes. Those shots, it wouldn't matter. I don't know. Taking, giving, there was nothing good about them.
Wow. If you're just tuning in, hopefully we got that heat recorded. You're going to want to rewind and watch that one again.
That's Devin Green. Is that Daniel's brother? Yep. Man. Why? That was one heck of a show, Grange. Nice job. 585.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I just really want to see him pull a few of these cars out of the arena so I can see what they look like.
Yeah.
I want to see action shot.
Sorry, that was my brother. He derbied in Franklin. I don't know how many cars there were. I don't know the situation, but we had Larry 1, Jeff Court 2nd, I think Jared Smith 3rd.
Jeff Court.
Yeah, Jeff Court. No relation.
Okay.
I don't know how many cars. I don't know what.
Okay. Does he have any steering in this van? I do not think so.
I don't think he got hit in the steering, though. I think all of his hits were.
He was just trying to turn the wheel and it wasn't moving.
That,
He got hit so hard this A-arm could be laid to the other side of the car.
If he would get out of there and just pick the thing up.
In all honesty, there was 3 hits in that heat that are the hardest 3 hits I've seen.
All right, so I'm going to go down there. When I give you the thumbs up, hit that camera for me, okay? And just kind of stand close to the router. That's the only thing that's making it work. Thanks, dude. And if it cuts out, just kind of give me this little signal. I'll come back up. It's kind of glitchy.
It wouldn't go any faster.
But, I mean, those were brutal shots. And I dare you to
see how much fun the wire class is. You can get into this for just a
and I'll share it and say, okay, there might have been one harder, but yeah, you might want to rewatch on this one.
Damn wire.
All right, we have a list of cars that are coming back in the Grudge match. How many do we have? We have 11 made it back. There's only a couple cars that did not make it back in. Oh no, they circled it. Yeah. So they're not all making it back. 5. How is that not possible? Look at that side. Look at the side of that. Holy cow. And the 413 that front end.
But see, he's the one who came in semi like that because he won. Front end. The Buick front wheel drive's front end was wild. Car. It's going to be a lot of fun to look at.
What back end?
Yeah. Well, the wheel, they just pulled the wheel off, so.
It is virtually in the back seat.
Yes. They
in one, was it one shot?
Yeah, one shot. One shot from Devin, who came over there at Mock Jesus.
A new derby terminology.
Yes, yes. But, all right, I'll be right back.
All right, see you in a couple. All right, so we do have Grudge match coming up. Following the Grudge match.
Grudge match, you're on the clock. Start lining up.
They the grudge match will have 3 cars leading the grudge match. Like 5, so it should be a relatively quick grudge match. They have to eliminate 2, and then those 3 will move on to the main event. Now, in the main event part, the cars are still fuel efficient. They are almost everything. I hope you guys on the video, I don't see what's playing. That whole one, look at the back of that car. That was one shot. Just the feeling out because of the stuff. That was just amazing.
But yeah, I'm literally standing over the router.
Oh, shit. I tell you, I do love the wire class. It's when you don't spend $10,000-$15,000 in 3 months in your garage working on a car, you really just don't give it a crap, and you just come out here and put on a licking. It's also what we're, back east out here, our youth classes are all these wire classes, so it's giving them the opportunity to have so much fun. What's really cool is there is a national series for youth drivers from Hardcore Derby, Smith Metalworks, and a bunch of other big name sponsors across the country are invited to compete in the 2023 Youth National Championships, October 7th, 2023 at the final confrontation in Dunbar, Pennsylvania. So if you're youth drivers here in Utah, Idaho, there's quite a few opportunities to come run shows around here and qualify. You don't have to go drive it. You have the opportunity to receive a really good certificate saying that you have qualified for a national championship. That's some pretty cool bragging rights, or something really cool to put on your wall in the garage. As a child that's just starting to get into these youth shows. And Hardcore and Smith Metalworks and those that are putting on this final show do a heck of a job getting sponsors. It's a cool opportunity. Here, if you win one of our shows and you decide, our youth shows, and you qualify and you decide you want to drive in one of those shows, in that show, we will give you $500 towards fuel to help in the cost. If you can get a couple shows together and you have a 2-car and you both win $500, that's $1,000 towards the gas money to get you to Dunbar, Pennsylvania for final confrontation. Pretty cool gig, pretty awesome experience. Or you could buy some plane tickets to go out, and I'm sure we will give you the money to get plane tickets to go out and at least be acknowledged as a qualifier from the West to this National Youth Championship. And so we so much appreciate Smith Metalworks and Hardcore Derby Promotions and all the other wonderful big name promoters that are participating in this youth. And it's such a cool thing because we're getting so many young people loving this sport. Other big national championship participating promoters are Smash It Demolition Derby, Impact Motorsports, Carolina Derby Promotions, Spinning Wheels out of New York, Hardcore Derby, Toast Promotions, big name sponsor, Dead Man Derby, Iron City Promotions, Derby Icons, Chaos in the Valley, Stern Dirt Racing, Blue Collar Boys Promotions, and it's just pretty amazing. Those are the who's who in Derby promoters nationwide. Now, I'm not saying that's all of them, but that are some very big promoters participating and helping the youth get involved in Derby. All right, we've got 4 cars left to get out of the arena, and then we can start the grudge match. Again, there are 6 cars available, or 5, was it 5? It is 5 cars left, all in really good quality shape. And so it should be a really good, probably quick heat. They're just trying to eliminate 2 so they can save their cars and get into the main event, which will be 2 heats later. They will only have about probably 45 minutes to work on their car because of probably not even that. It's probably going to be 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because you have one more wire class, which has got the same number of cars this last wire class had. And so, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Boy, I need to go look at that Grange Vic and find out exactly what that is. You might be posting and tell me what it was, but I thought all those Grange cars, that they brought about 5 Vics tonight that they built in 2 days, and it had an old school like 95, 96, 4.6 liter engine in it. So, boy, he took 32. Boy, look at that passenger side. That door is a good foot in from the pillar, so he took a good hard shot. That is hard. Man, that was a good heat. One of the best heats I've seen all year. I mean, just no regards for anything. We need to get photographs of these cars. That was awesome. No, I'm probably not going to stop talking about this heat for the rest of the night because that was just impressive. Was that a good heat or what?
That was awesome.
That was nuts.
Awesome.
How are we? Are we still broadcasting?
I'm literally standing over the Wi-Fi router and it's rocking, so.
We're rocking. I don't know if we're rocking. You're rocking. We're just here just chit-chatting, telling stupid derby lies.
Hey,
but I'm just still,
keep filling the blanks.
I just, honestly, I'm just having flashbacks from that last heat. That was almost dangerous. Yeah, it's like, is he alive? Hey, go hang out over Wi-Fi. That sounds like a great job. Wow. All right, so again, let's go over our schedule for Full Contact Derby TV. Our next show will be Golden Spike Derailer August 12th, unless we can make sure that we do not have to have some of these router issues and that we're having tonight. But there's a possibility August 5th we might be in one of our sponsored shows, Rawtown Riot, working on finalizing this one again. That is our sponsored show. We are giving away our prizes that we're giving away. Every show we run, Stern Dirt, we have 6 sponsored shows. We're running a point system. Our first place points winner tonight, or for the year, is $5,000. Second's $2,500. Third is $1,250. A golden ticket, which is any Stern Dirt show or sponsored show next year. If they want to go run the show, they're automatically in. They don't have to pay an entrance fee. They are automatically guaranteed a spot in the show. It also says if they're not running a show, they come to a show and they just want to watch, they get 2 or 4 pit passes for them and their friends to come into any one of our shows or sponsor shows to watch. We also are giving away a Schrade Stage 1 engine. We're giving away a Demolition Derby transmission. We're giving away a 1980s style Derby car. We've got a Green Mountain Grill smoker from Jesse. You got lizard lights. There's just so many big prizes that we give away. All you have to do to qualify for any one of those prizes, including the Schrade engine, is run one of those shows. You can run the shows remaining: Rawtown Riot, Golden Spike Derailer, Carnage on the Clark Fork, Day of Reckoning, Halloween Havoc, or Wired Madness. If you run any of those shows, including, where's my list? There's so many papers I've been given, I don't know quite where everything is. We also have Sweetwater Smash and Bash Derby July 22nd, so only a couple weeks away in Rock Springs, Wyoming. If you're close, you have a car, get on over to Sweetwater Smash and Bash. Sign up, even if you're only going to run that one show. Sign up for the points, and you will be in the drawing for prizes.
100%.
Also, we have Rawtown Riot, which is one of our sponsored events. Carnage on the Clark Fork, which is an amazing show up in Montana. And then September Slam in Blackfoot, Idaho. Old school I mean, when you go to these, and also Carnage on the Clark Fork is old school. Old arenas that have been around for years, a lot of history.
Yep.
Those are the fun ones to run. And so take a chance, go to those shows, sign up, get a chance to win trade engines. $5,000 cash, you're not going to get that on a one-time show because that goes to the points winner.
Right.
So
Kelton Combs looks like he'll be
Kelton
the first.
Combs, 26X. He got the driveline of the cross member back in. That's the one that the driveline fell out pulling in.
Oh,
Okay.
how lucky is he the drive shaft didn't bend because he wasn't running a slider. He was
Oh,
running
he
old
was.
school and it flopped out.
There are still people that don't run sliders?
I guess.
Wow.
They like to live life on the edge, you know.
You know, so I've asked this question before. If you had to eliminate all the aftermarket parts we have today and you were allowed one in a car, what would it be? One item. And only one item.
Oh, it'd definitely be a slider.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Because I got tired of cutting drive lines and shortening them.
Well, cutting them and then you're just, it's something you don't have to worry about. The way you drive will control the rest.
Yeah, that's correct. So Kelton Combs, car number 26X out of Portage.
Utah?
Is that Utah? I don't know.
That's what the first one said, Portage, Utah.
Car number 2, Rod Johnson, it's Richmond. Car number, what is this?
138.4 or something. 138.4, it's Rick Aldred out of Garland. Right there. This is 138.4.
Oh, so he wasn't even circled. So we have another car out here.
Yeah.
Rick Allred out of Garland, Utah. That is in Utah.
And then we have Scott Kuzmal.
Scott Kuzmal, car number 90. Oh, that's brutally tough car.
He didn't get to show off anything because he immediately went over, got caught in the berm, and
Car number 14, 94.9, Chavis Young at a Blackfoot, Idaho, just talking about his hometown show. And they have heavy mods. There's so many good cars in that show. What a great show. Kuzmal took a good shot on his left rear.
But you know, when you take those shots like that, the cars that are high, like Anthony Triplers who hit him, went over top of that tire and just shoved all that sheet metal in. It might be a godsend for him because now when all that stuff starts to bend, it's already forced
pack in
out of
nice
his
and good.
tires.
But that was a hard hit.
Yeah,
You
it was a
could
big
see.
hit.
So Tripler's the one that did that, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so take note, something to think about in the main event.
Yes. Remember that.
Remember that. Because they are waiting for, we have got Tyler Daly in car number 145 still coming.
And that's it.
And Rod Johnson's son did he make the main event?
He made
yeah,
the
he
main.
made, okay.
No, he did not. Unless they gave it to him.
I think he did.
But is he on the list?
He's not on there.
So they
must have made the main event.
They must have gave it to him to make the main event, yep. So that means, I bet you they pulled one person for Mad Dog, and that would have kicked him up to the next spot.
Don't know how they do it. Okay, here's our...
I don't know how this works. Oh, maybe it's so hot he doesn't want to run. I'm not sure.
Maybe he can only go, I don't know.
Backwards, maybe?
Car number 145, Tyler Daly from Roy, Utah.
Oh, he has no steering.
He just wants to get bounced around. He's the pinball. Have you ever been the pinball?
I have been to pinball. And,
You were a
and one of
pinball in my car.
In one of my friend's cars, I was definitely a pinball. That is the nicest way to say it.
Have you ever been you were a pinball in my car.
I was.
And I have never thanked you for driving my car and being a
Why?
pinball. Because I know what I would have been like, apparently.
Oh my goodness, it would have been rough. And I was so ready too. If that battery box hadn't come through the floor.
Do you know how big the one hole is, the battery ripped through the floor? It is that big around.
I can imagine I got hit in the biggest Milwaukee crunch I've ever seen. When you watch that on Paul Cox's video, just the reactive force of me getting hit and then him getting hit almost lays him completely over.
Oh,
And that was me. That was your car hitting him from the side,
yeah.
like side to side.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty wicked.
They better give.
This is not going to be a very long heat.
No.
I think I could pick the 3 cars that are advancing pretty quick.
Yes. You know, but you never know. Something crazy could
Yeah.
happen.
Oh. Oh.
There's a couple swings and misses.
Yeah, but that junk hurt some cars.
Yes. I don't think the 26X has any steering. Oh, there's going to be a decent hit. Yeah.
Not a smart hit.
I think that
Because you're putting all the weight of your car into them on a dirt berm.
I think 94.9 has died. He's not running, so he's going to have to get that running.
If 145 with no steering gets drug out here, and
makes it.
I'm going to tell you, you called that one by saying you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and you know, that's the little car that could. It has been through so much. I think that's going to be it.
Oh, no.
He got it running. He's got to get back there and make a hit. I don't think they're going to allow him to make a hit.
He did not make a hit.
I probably would not have made the hit that Rod just made.
I think that's about it. It's going to be close.
We got to be really close to time.
Rod, you don't want to wad that Buick up too quick.
He's bent hard on the front passenger side.
Yep.
When he made that hit into the firewall, and that's not a good hit. Watch him turn here and watch how close his bumper is to his front passenger tire.
Yeah. Wow. The little car that could, should.
I'm telling you. That little hot rod's got 9 lives.
That is pretty, wow. And there's hits. And these are good learning moments for a young kid. I mean, yeah, what's the name in the 94.9? He's a young kid.
Yes.
And so when he made that hit over on that dirt berm of that car, it did something to his car that, and he's going to have to look back and go, okay, that probably, took me out of position to make the main event.
Well, and that's, you know, if you see a dead car, leave a dead car. Watch him when he comes through, look how close. I guess it's not as bad.
He hasn't cut the metal out.
Yeah. Scott is going into the main.
Perfect.
Pretty dangerous. 74 Cadillac front sub on a Fleetwood. I mean, it's 74 Cadillac sub no matter what.
Can I tell you what I would do? Somebody that did that much damage to my quarter panel, I would make sure that I paid that back.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'd buy it's a statement hit.
Yes.
Remember, drivers, you gotta keep the alleyway clear coming in and out of there. Make sure your kids are accounted for. Keep the alleyway clear.
The little car that could. That was a round body Impala, or
Yeah, that's like a 91, 2, or 3 Impala. Caprice Classic.
are they any good? I can get one of those right
really
now.
Good. You know that Trevor Scarrow from Nebraska, he's 12 years old, and that's the kid that got the invitation up to Pennsylvania. Lopez Repair there in McCook donated 2 cars to him. So we got a car that he can run. Both of them are, I think, a 92 and 93 Caprice. So once they both get stripped, we're going to pick the best one. And then we're going to strip A-arm spindles, tie rods, gearbox, everything off the other car. So when we go to Pennsylvania, we have parts for that car.
So is he going to actually make the trip out?
Yes, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get him out there. The plan is I'll drive him out there, which makes me miss Halloween Havoc. But I was already gonna miss Havoc because I signed up to run that Lone Star 600 endurance race, and so I was gonna miss Havoc anyway. And then that came up, and versus going and running an endurance car, I'd rather see a kid just completely happy, you know.
I was thinking, and I need to talk about it, we possibly need to do some kind of raffle on something to help support our locals if we get some that want to go.
Right.
Because you can't expect some family to go spend $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on food, hotels.
It's 19 hours from a cook to Dunbar, Pennsylvania.
So you had 13 hours that from here.
Yeah.
32. That's a good haul.
That's a long haul. I mean, I can look up exactly what it is from here, because I know Roxy got into it, and I don't know if she's going to go or not, because that's a long haul. That's a huge commitment.
Yep, Roxy Burns, yep.
Yep.
All right. $100 going to the American Heroes Project or $100
There you
Oh,
go.
did you get a chance to look at that back of that green car?
No.
Oh. It's only the driver's side.
That got hit. Yeah. I can't even imagine.
All right, we have, is that the main event?
It literally says from right here to Dunbar, Pennsylvania is 28 hours. It's 1 day and 4 hours, 1,887 miles.
That's still almost like going to that, what, there was a big show somewhere in Georgia. And it's almost the same. Wow.
It's going to be a wild one.
That's Import Auto Repair and Service here in Wilton, Utah. Interesting.
You know, the problem we have here is, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if this next wire class is as good as that first one. If we all say, hey, let's just turn this thing into a whole, but then it changes the driving style because you have to go through heats, Grudge, and the main event.
Yes.
He took a good shot. Look at that nose.
Huge shot.
Push behind the wheel, heavy. That's probably only a push right behind the wheel. It probably didn't bend in the front.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to bend at all in the front. It looks, everything seems to be pretty straight.
All right, here to the, I'm so excited.
Second set of wire cars.
I'd have walked, you top that, guys. Top that.
Yeah, good luck. Yes, let's read out who we have for everybody watching. Second wire class is Steve Woodman. 622 Josh Turnbow Tigger. 86 Braxton Leishman. 13X Kendall Johnson. 12 Shaylee Jones. 515 Tracy Shields. I don't know if that's the daughter.
That's the wife.
Is the mama's driving?
Yep, mama.
458 Chandler Whittier. Sorry, from Logan.
Chandler Whittier. Oh, they're putting the passenger side doors in. Oh.
Braden Shaw, Rory Greer, Justin Schilling, Austin Schilling, Wesley Justinson, and DJ Grange.
I don't know how you're going to be able to top that first wire heat.
That was brutal.
Oh,
Hi guys, how's it going?
Oh, the
we're
Grange.
still in shock after that
You know-
first wire.
You know, we do have one Grange in here.
Yeah,
So
another
he
Grange.
might just try to outdo his brother. And if that happens, it could get real
I
interesting.
tell you what, this track has been perfect.
Oh, it's hard.
The
And
only
it's fast.
thing, this is almost stupid to start and pass your doors in a wire class with no.
Oh man.
It's just not good.
Well, we got to have a talk after this because some of these doors, we might have to make mandatory cages because some of these doors are just junk.
Yeah, we'll just have to add to the old Gumby wire mod. Wire mod's gonna have to get more stuff, Gumby.
So we got 30 cars for wire class,
26 tonight.
26 tonight.
Yep. I don't know. I saw 4 of the hardest hits I've seen all year in that last one.
That
Yeah.
baby shark car, holy crap, when he come full arena,
Yeah.
and then the green car coming full arena, and then the train stack.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this 13X does. Them two-door
What is it?
GMs aren't that bad of a car. Olds or Buick or
Hey, did you hear that Preston or Blackfoot, Idaho is having you have to have ran there before, and it's a 40 and older
Yeah.
wire class.
I talked to him about that, and I said, the problem is we're all 40 and older.
yeah,
There's no younger drivers anymore.
yeah. That won't make it too hard at all.
Does it say how's your back feeling?
I'm actually feeling okay.
Does your wife let you drive a wire car?
No.
Shut up, Will.
There's the Grange car. We gotta keep our eyes on that one.
Depends what I buy her.
Life insurance policy.
That would be. Yeah.
She already has that, trust me. Whew. Actually, that mini car he wasn't bad either, and we're flying. Did you hear
Yeah.
my bet with Jesse?
Uh-uh.
So if we're done by 10, he owes $100 to the American Heroes Project. If we're done after 10, I do $100 to the K9 unit.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. That's Sister Shields. The Mama Shields.
I love how they utilize the 14-inch Buick rallies.
Yes. I do like center.
I mean, it's
Hey,
so.
Yeah. I think are we going to be in Rollins next, do you think?
I don't have any money because
really do need to talk about the internet. I'm okay with being in.
There we go. Awesome.
what do you want? It'll just get better.
Well, if we go to Raw Town Riot, you could travel in with Larry.
Well, no, but
Man, that cloud came over just at the right time. It's a perfect night.
It is.
Beautiful.
Cool.
The wind went away just enough to make it extremely enjoyable.
I don't know. I'm almost rethinking all the GMs I bought for this class, and I might have to start selling those off and buying Vic.
Can.
Oh,
they got.
It's a pretty good start.
yeah, it does make that hit on that minivan.
Swing to the rescue again. He's going to work it out. Look at him. Throw that tire like it's nothing. Give us a double bicep flexion, Chad. Go.
Wow.
Ready, count down one more time. Scoot. In 3, 2.
Is this guy with the camera, is he the one that I had call you the other day?
What's that?
With grater blades versus a cage. Grater blades are pretty brittle anymore.
You should know you broke one when you were doing the arena.
Yes, I.
Oh!
Saved.
Saved by 416.
Oh. Sean Williamson.
Nice.
Want somebody in his family.
It's like they're trying to just pick up as much speed as
Yeah.
they can.
Where can I hit?
Yeah.
Who's at the other end of the arena so I can go
was
as
a
fast
monster
as I
hit just
can?
laid on 13X. I think it was 818.
Oh, beautiful
See
shot.
what he did to the back of the. Hit.
That.
7-11. I don't think he's made any friends. So we'll see how that.
You know what's fun
happens
about
there.
this class? Some new rivalries have started. Because there's a lot of drivers driving it, and it's not the big names.
I hate to call 7-Eleven out, but I think he come to the wrong show. He's in a circle track race.
The 218's pacing it out. Watch him. He's going to hit the gas.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you can't
I
blame
think they're
him
trying
on
to
it.
get 26 to break.
Oh!
They're just shooting gaps, trying to time things. I love
Yes.
it. I love it.
Bumper
Is
hanging
this
off.
looking fun, Butchie?
You want to sit up, Butch? I got to go in there. Come on in.
Okay, we got a red. We got a flag.
thing about
Oh.
a big trailer.
What's that?
About a heavy trailer.
Yeah.
$18.
218. You want it, you got it.
Oh,
Right in the driver's door.
There is not. Oh,
That was a pretty big door shot.
that was. That was a beautiful axle shot.
Big hit.
Oh, he's got a broken ball joint. He's like, what did he lose? He lost shifter or something.
There we go. Keep her plugging away. Time it out.
Oh, good shot.
yes.
Beautiful shot. Yeah, but he left your passenger doors
Oh,
open.
no.
That's not good.
And he's coming. His
Yeah, but
friend-
he's not running that well.
His friend is coming. Yeah, seen that one coming.
Oh, you can feel that hit.
Yeah. He ain't letting up. He wants all of that 7-Eleven. I don't know for sure what that was. 13X is like, you wanted me? Here you go. Oh, this will be a good one.
Oh, that's a sandwich. We were just discussing it.
I am relatively certain that 13X just threw a hot exhaust pipe out of his car.
I think he did.
He threw that out.
I love it. Oh.
What is cool to me in this is I'm so used to the derbies with the headers and stuff. You actually hear the metal bend and
Right.
twist and crunch. It's
Oh, that did not help 358 at all.
What's interesting, we were just discussing a little while ago, we're like, so this show, we got 26 stock wires. We have 18, 19 big iron. It's like, if you were to convert this to a straight stock, would there be anything left for grudges and main events?
No, you just have to have several main events.
yeah. I think in that potential every heat could be a main event.
Yes.
Oh,
I would love to do an old iron wire and see like somebody like Derby Dave out here in an old iron wire in one of his wagons.
it'd be awesome.
That'd be like when I started way back when.
An old iron wire would be fun.
I know a guy. Maybe I'll have to talk to him.
Huh?
We know a guy. We might have to talk to him.
Well, I guess that's something we never talked about in the driver's meeting. There must be pin to win.
And how could you prove that they can't move?
Well, he just put it in reverse and then stopped it right back into first. Which it doesn't matter to me either way. I just didn't know what was decided. 358 is
Rory Greer.
Rory Greer. He needs to stop backing into that berm though. 7-11 is Justin Schilling.
Wasn't as nasty of hits as the first wire, but still a very good.
That's pretty action-packed. There you go, big hit.
Oh, and they wave it.
Oh, I would have still done it. I think I would have been like, I didn't see nothing.
Too much smoke. Too much smoke.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Once
didn't
you're
see
in the
anything.
motion to hit.
So what do you think of the show so far?
Honestly, with all the running around I've done tonight, that's probably the most I've watched so far.
Oh, you missed an amazing
I come in at the tail end of that first wire.
first
heat.
wire.
Oh, if you missed the first half of it, it was just stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
I looked at everybody. I said, "So who did that?" And they pointed to the Devin and the Baby Shark card. I said, "Well, who did that?" They said, "The Baby Shark card." I'm like,
And who did
"Okay."
that? Devin. And who did that? Devin.
Well, do you remember years ago at Salt Lake County Fair, West Jordan? We did trucks. I remember that whole Salt Lake County Fair crowd chanting 585 all night. He was in a Suburban and he just went nuts, and it was probably one of the funnest things I've ever watched.
Right.
Yep. I didn't like the trucks. They hurt.
When they become what they became, I didn't like them. When we first started doing them, they were pretty fun.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I spent the whole time before. I cannot find my pickup keys. And it's locked.
You can't find your pickup keys?
Yeah, for real.
You have to tear everything apart.
I don't know. Well, I already did that once. That's why it took me a little longer to get here. Which I don't think my wife would care if I came home tomorrow, but I think my kids enjoy me a little bit more.
Were you going to drive home tonight or start?
No, I'm staying tonight. There's no way I would even try to drive home after a long day.
Well, I got into your passenger side.
Yeah, I just found it's locked. It can't lock. The keys have to be somewhere because I have both my fobs inside of it, and it won't. The Dodge won't lock if both fobs are inside. It'll honk at you when you walk away. And the only way to lock it is to push the button. I think that they might possibly be over in the Gumby van.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Gumby van.
I think
for a
it's
while.
over by the entrance.
I think it's stripped, getting ready to come in.
I might
I
walk.
don't know if I would care too much.
That is a nice van. I like that
The
van.
AC blows cold.
Oh, heck, that's all that
That's
matters.
all I said is
Yeah.
I have to be able to at least match last year's AC.
Yes. I'm going to run over and see if my keys are in it so this doesn't turn into a big
To do later tonight.
yes. Before it gets dark. But so far, I mean, I don't know what part of the live stream has stayed, but pretty awesome.
Yeah, and we got a main event coming. And did you have the main? Oh, I had the main event here.
Yeah, I handed it to you, big guy.
So that's the last one of the night, it's the main.
We have one more heat, and boy, now
Who's in it? Lazenby.
Twitchell, Hanson, Smith, Johnson, Shields, Wilker, Tripler, Daly, Johnson, and Kuzmo. That's a main event.
I ain't picking it.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. I mean, you know the pairings. You can see a
Yeah.
little bit of the pairings.
The sad part is I'm near and dear to the Mopar stuff, so there's one Mopar and one running a Mopar that I know of.
Yeah. I don't know.
I seen Jackson and Rod's cars earlier. They looked pretty good. I didn't see them when they went through inspection or not, just when they come in.
I mean, me personally, if this was me driving in this heat, that's where I'd go first. Break it.
Yeah.
And then I would probably go, I don't know. That's a tough one.
That is.
That you got to watch for.
Yep.
Not worried about that one. And I think he will put himself out.
Probably.
So, how are you? One second, I got to say hi. Hi, guys. How are you? You want to join us? Why not?
Johnny said, you want to be on TV?
Was.
Great to see you. Everything going good?
Yeah, I heard she was in a booth.
I just trying to see if I like it. You know, preparing for old age.
He just wants sympathy.
Hey, makes me feel older, yes.
No, that was Deschamps.
This is 9 weeks.
Are you guys cards here?
Just on this TV thing.
Okay. I'm just
Hey,
wondering, how do you
I
get
go
into
hiking
the
in my
wiring?
property, right,
How
four-wheeler.
do I sign up to this? Let me come over.
So life's good, kids are doing good.
So basically,
Hey, how's your pops doing? Was he good? That was like, oh crap. Did he have a stroke or something? Is that what it was? What strokes? Hopefully they get his blood under control and the thing. What caused it?
They said it was idiopathic, so they don't have a reason. They've done test after test after test. So they say it literally is 1 in 20. This happens to
My father-in-law died of a stroke. And it was not able to say goodbye or
No,
anything.
nothing. That's why I'm like, he doesn't remember like saying like goodbye before he was born.
There's a flashlight.
Yeah, you too. You too.
All right. All righty, everybody. Thanks for sticking around with us for the night. If you are still watching, we have one more good heat left, and it should be an amazing heat. You know, when you're not from the area, you just see a bunch of numbers and names, and you don't know. But I'm looking at this, and you've got 3 or 4 that are pretty darn close friends, built with good cars. You have 3 or 4. It's going to be a team battle. I truly see certain individuals working with others. You've had a certain group here that's done really well here in Logan over the years. What's that? It is the last week of August, I believe it is. So you're going to have a good show. They've only got a couple more cars to get out of here, and then we should be able to put on a well of a show to finish off the evening and say thank you very much for joining us this evening. I want to sing along with the music, but then we're going to get cut off. So you would actually like to see an old iron wire class here?
yes. That's all I got.
So here's the big finish.
Well, if, as a promoter, you couldn't drive it.
I quit.
I'm joining you. I'm joining you.
Johnny's going to be on his own because I think Daniel would too.
Can we hire another promoter to come run the actual show itself?
Maybe.
Why? Because we got to drive. We got to drive.
I've been kind of talking to Timmy in Montana,
Timmy Denson.
thinking about going up to the Forks if I can make it all happen.
It's a great show. It's one of those. We were talking about that earlier. That's
Carnage on the Forks.
Clark Fork.
Clark Fork.
That's one of those old school, been around for 40 years. Just a beautiful venue. The pine trees up behind. Sort of like the good, remember the old Camuses of the original old Camuses and stuff like that.
I didn't get to go up or watch it last year because I actually went to a smoking competition in Hooper instead.
A smoking?
Yeah,
what were you smoking?
Jesse's got me into this smoking stuff. Smoker competition.
You're saying smoking? I'm like, what are you smoking?
Chicken,
okay.
ribs, brisket, pork.
Well, that's something you definitely don't want to miss either because Jesse is a barbecue in full.
He has been a great mentor, and I'm going to dare say coach.
Yeah, and that's fair. I need to learn a little bit of his tech. I do have Red and Amy do a lot of buying stuff off of him, and they start bringing me stuff to put on the meat, and it is good.
I sent Daniel down some the other night, and some of it was Jesse's stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I do honestly love these wire class cars.
That's, I think, still the thing to me is just that you actually hear. I mean, I love a roaring motor.
I do too.
But I love you hear that thud.
And I think you appreciate as a crowd going, oh, that had to hurt.
Old iron wire, a wire class, even old iron, new iron, I think I would do the old school. I'd leave the bench seat in, and I'd be laying down.
I would too. I don't know what. I'd have to go to a Buick with a 12-bolt rear end because you have 31 spline axles. So a little bit bigger axles.
I think an old school Y-framer.
Yeah, because you got an 8 3/4. The key is, do you make it? You have to run original bumpers, or do you?
It's fine.
Or do you allow? I know, but I'm just that.
Yeah.
That's a big change.
Well, and I think even, I mean, a lot of like your Buicks and stuff, like you said. I even think the shockers.
Oh, a shocker would be dominant.
You know what? The other one I think, and I'll probably get called crazy, but straight out of the box, and I'm partial to them. I think the low Cordovas are tougher than nails out of the box.
The biggest thing in a wire class old school, the Cordovas are so long in the front.
They
if you get shot, you're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna
shift.
go, but
you go quick.
But the
To do the main derby, is it the same website?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the limited weld stuff's the same site. They'll have everything on there.
Okay, awesome.
Alrighty.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yep.
So, I just think a Cordova, you're gonna have to be driving forward a lot and keeping yourself clean.
Well,
because
that's the
if
fun
you get
part.
shot,
They're
if you
quick.
get shot quick, you're gonna be in trouble.
Well, and that's the other. You're gonna take that, but you're gonna have a little bit of the quickness.
Yeah.
If you need to get out.
Maneuverability wise, yeah. It'd be fun. Oh, it would be a fun.
It'd just be fun to see what was brought.
Do an 80s old or 80s wire and an old iron
Wire. You'd have to, because you couldn't put the 80s cars against the old irons, I don't think.
No.
But there's a few crazies that would probably do it, though.
Oh yeah, I'm not one of them.
Devin might.
I don't know what I would run. I really don't.
The kid that just hit me up, he was just asking me where to get rules, because he just says, that was a right to watch, I want to do it.
If you asked the crowd, I bet you it would be say that 90% of the wire class was the best
Oh, yeah.
tonight. All right, here comes Mr. Shields, Crazy Man Shields, car number 515. Watch him. He didn't really get a chance during that first heat to really launch somebody. He was trying,
wanted to, but there was
just nothing presented itself. Yes.
Jackson Johnson must have been the hard luck guy to get into the main event. He drove so smart in that heat.
I remember his dad driving before I could drive.
Right.
Yeah, car number 3, Jackson Johnson. 74 Impala, but it is pushing. Look at that left front wheel. It is coming back. So hopefully he got a plate on there and was able to. But if you would have got a plate, you would have pushed the nose down a little bit in that corner before. So I don't know if he's done that. That's his dad, Rod Johnson, both from Richmond.
Cool. All right, it's there. Yep.
I don't think that's been holding down.
I don't have a clue. Here comes our
We're looking at the
No, because he's got 4 plates on there too.
And then there's the 9 lines. Show. In a 90s Caprice that just doesn't seem to stop.
Did he make it out of his heat?
Grudge.
Yeah, out of the Grudge.
Okay.
He had to be pulled into the Grudge because he couldn't turn to the right. He can only turn to the left.
There's Kuzma.
It's just going to be very interesting to see who. I mean, I don't know. I've got my personal opinions.
It's going to see which side you play on.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be, you know, and like Zeb Hansen's Suicide, that thing is just like 145. It won't die.
Yeah.
You know, and looking through it through tech, it bet really hard at Mania, but not in a spot that was detrimental to the car or hard to fix. I don't even know how it bent there and did the damage it did.
You know, but he is, as a driver, he is slowed down. It's sort of like a basketball player that he's slowed the game down a lot. He's done that.
Yeah. Right.
He used to be out of control. You used to see it in Twilla when you were doing all the stuff. He's just so wide open.
Oh, yeah.
He's literally taken a step back, and it's made him a lot better driver.
And that's like Wilker has calmed down.
Yes, Wilker
What he
has.
did at Hurricane is so much different from what we seen last year.
I hope we see last year.
Yes. He made some pretty big shots in the heat because that bumper is definitely pointing up more than it did. Like, it's really pointing up.
He builds a great. I mean, and the thing is most everybody out here, and there's a couple I honestly don't know, but everybody builds a pretty clean, good car.
Pick your driver that you think, and I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win this thing.
I think Bronson Twitchell's going to win.
I'm not calling. I'm saying it's going to be. I'm going to go as a surprise.
I think he definitely could. I was going to pick him for second.
What are you thinking?
I would. Who do you think is going to change the outcome?
Coulter.
Good choice. Yes, I would agree.
How does he play this game?
Yep.
Because even though he's part of a group, he's sort of not. He's sort of like, I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see how the father-son Johnson duo, how they do together in a main event style situation.
You're gonna know that in about a minute.
Yep.
Because it's either gonna be they're it
or they're not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bloodline drawn just yet. Johnsons are not safe together. Nope. Front tire.
Yeah. Or a ball joint or
Yeah,
something.
they did. No, I don't know for sure. I think they've got both other side tires popped on Jackson Johnson. Oh, that was a hard. Jeremy Shields made a hard hit on Lassiter. Wilker is just letting it eat.
Hometown show. Got to put on the show.
Yeah, you got to be the show.
I'm just saying, if you want to beat one group, you got to get one out quick.
Yeah.
Looks like Little Laz is done.
Yeah, there's nothing left of that.
Wilker, I think, is the mad dog of my choice at this point. I think the person that we were talking about that we didn't mention, he definitely drew a lot. He drew his friendship.
You know who's surprising me a lot right now is Jeremy Shields.
Yeah.
Yes, not driving smarter than he has, not taking every crazy shot. I think Bronson's fan just caught something. I've seen a bunch of white pieces fly out of his car. They're gonna have to shut it down because Jeremy's carburetor area keeps starting on fire.
He's like, I ain't stopping to put no fire out.
Keep going, it goes out, right?
Well, it keeps putting itself out. Well, they're telling him if it happens again.
And that's too bad because when they got out there, it wasn't on
Yep.
fire. If they stop it and it's on fire, that's one thing, but it's got to be burning.
And maybe they're just talking to him about safety. If this continues, we're going to have to do something. Guzman's car still looks great. Twitchell's car looks amazing.
We got one flat tire. That's all the thing I see wrong with Twitchell's car.
His radiator's definitely popped.
Yeah. There it goes again.
Oh.
I think that Jeremy must have loose headers.
And it's popping out.
And it's flying, coming out of those headers.
Well, he just laid the front of his car back pretty good.
Coulter is bellying that Cadillac out big time.
Shut him down. Shut him down.
So there's fire extinguisher out there again.
Jeremy is getting out.
I think he said I think he was sensing it, so I think he did his traditional launch.
That last one looked to be the biggest fire because we could see it when he was long ways from us. We could still see the flames.
He's like, if I'm going out, I'm going to take somebody with me. And
Yep.
and I like Jeremy.
Jeremy's a great kid. Me and him been trading parts back and forth forever.
Yeah.
He calls me, hey, do you got this? Yep. I'll call him back, hey, do you got this? Yep. Constantly going back and forth.
Both Johnsons are out. 140.
But the good thing is neither car's hurt too bad.
No, they're both.
Yeah.
145 still in though.
Well, I'm telling you, he just.
Got a little battle going on between Zeb and Tripler now, it looks like.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that play out a few times in Coahuila.
Bronson's got to watch out because Kuzma will outdrive him.
And Bronson is hot. Yeah. He's already pissed all the antifreeze, the water out of his radiator. And Coulter's hitting with his pulley protector.
And 145's doing donuts.
It's all right.
If he can just find a car to connect to, there we go.
Gosh.
It's awesome.
Oh, they just folded up Guzman back in real nice. 145 to get himself over there or able to get a hit.
I'd like to see Kuzma light the big block up.
Yeah.
I would too.
I'm kind of partial to them old big block Mopars, so.
I'd like to see him get some open space and just launch something.
Oh, 145's out.
It'll be interesting to see what happens once one more car goes out. Coulter just belly to high heaven.
Ball joints broken. And I don't think they're going to let some team driving go on too much.
Well, I'm really scared to say anything because everybody's going to start getting on me, but right now that is not. At one point, Bronson was holding Scott.
I don't think how they spelled it out in the driver's meeting, they weren't going to allow that.
There you go.
Yeah, they're not going to let it happen.
Dogfight now.
Yeah. Wilker's just over there giving it everything he can to get somewhere close. There he comes.
Bellied and two broke tie rods.
Yeah. The old big block's getting a little tired.
Starting to puff a little bit, ain't she? Kuzma's got one laying down too.
Yeah. playing so smart. If you stay right beside one of them, the other one can't hurt you too bad.
They're going to stop it. They're going to tell them.
Yeah.
If they don't like it, it's oh well, I guess.
Yep.
I mean,
This is the problem happening all over the United States.
It
And
is.
It happens in McCook it happens even in McCook. Nobody wants to come to McCook because me and Larry and Reed, and that's what's happening here. These guys love Derby, but if you truly love Derby, walk away from your hometown and let people come in. Go ruin somebody else's hometown. Let those guys fight for their hometown. I know it sounds horrible, and it's nothing bad. These guys are all top-notch drivers, but you can't keep coming to your hometown and destroying everyone and then expect more people to show up.
well, and that's what's happening across Utah right now.
It's happening all over the United States. It's not just Utah. It's in Nebraska. It's all over. And, you know, like Scooter went out there and told them these little love taps on each other and monster hits on Kuzma aren't going to cut it anymore. And that's what needs to be done all over the United States. You know, the whole love tapping your friends. Like, if you're out here to make money, let everybody have a chance.
And I will say, I can point to many shows that's killing.
Yes, and I am just as much to blame. Like when me and Larry go to McCook, I mean, I wouldn't say that we necessarily destroy everyone, but we love to push people on the berms, and then we do our thing. It's just, I don't know how to stop it or anything like that.
It's going to have to be a desire
I
of
think
the
Tripler just broke a transmission. His motor was winding up and the car wasn't moving. Like it is right now. He's going through the gears and there's just nothing there.
And I actually thought,
and unfortunately, like if you listen to the crowd, they're not upset about that.
you know, I think Tripler is one of the best drivers in Utah.
Oh, one of the
great.
He's a great driver.
He's a great driver.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd is loving this. They are truly involved in this. I don't know if Scott Kuzma's motor lasts long enough, but he's putting on a clinic.
He will outdrive.
He's putting on a clinic right now. Bronson's transmission is going out, and Bronson's transmission is out. Oh, there's
And that's too bad.
Yep.
I would have liked to have seen the dog fight.
Yeah, it's done.
I can tell you right now, and I don't care what anybody says, Bronson's car's on fire, but the crowd is happy about this.
I would say a good percentage of the crowd. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's a good derby. It didn't end in a team fight. It
I will
ended
tell
in
you,
one-on-one.
the best drivers were left at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, really, you look at Coulter, you look at Hansen, they're both great drivers. They were all in the top 5,
Well,
top
even-
6.
100%.
Shields other than the fire. I mean, he's getting there. He's watching, he's learning.
Break your stick.
Boy,
You're not. Break your stick. If you want to get out of the car, break your stick. That's how that works.
That's it.
hey, who did I call?
Yeah, you did call it.
And I don't know if
I would say that Scott Kuzma was the game changer of this derby.
ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the
Coulter did a lot, though.
Well, no, I mean, to change what anybody might have thought.
Yeah.
Coulter did a really good job tearing everything up. Like Mad Dog, 100% Coulter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I totally agree. That's who I'd give Mad Dog to. I think, yeah, that was pretty dang good.
That's a pretty
All
good
right,
show.
everybody, for watching Full Contact Derby TV on Stern Dirt Racing's Facebook. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hopefully no hard feelings. We love you all. Thanks for watching us and supporting us.
Yeah,
I'm just here.
you're just here.
I've had enough for the day. I'm done.
Butch says polar bear fell on me.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
What'd you say?
Great show.
All right, guys, we're signing off.
Talk to you later, guys. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Number 90.
That's how I feel.
Paradise, Utah.
I'm actually glad to see Kuzma because he's fought it for years. No, I'm not. Oh, that ice is stinking cold.
No, this is
Yeah, I honestly think that was a great show.
Hey,
Hey, get over here.
what happened?
I hit that guy so hard the cap come off the valve cover, and oil came over and hit my headers, and yeah, after the third one it wouldn't go out.
Hey, the
Way to
fourth-
drive. You drove smarter tonight than I've ever
That
seen
is
you
the
drive.
best I've seen you drive ever.
So, no, I appreciate it.
Good job, buddy.
Good
Awesome.
job.
Thank you.